full name, Ms. De Leon.
Esmeralda de Leon.
Okay. Ms. De Leon, on May 18th, 2021, I have that this is deferred, guys. Probation filed a motion to revoke community supervision, but this is deferred. So it should have been the motion to enter adjudication of guilt. I'm looking at the judgment. Let me show you.
It does say
Probation.
deferred.
Probation, do you have her as convicted? It's not conviction. So let's go forward. Ms. De Leon, I placed you on deferred adjudication on May 18, 2021 for the Class A misdemeanor of assault causing bodily injury. This is non-family. At that time, I placed you on deferred for a period of 1 year, ordered no contact with Rafael Delgado and Blanca Trinidad. Since that time, the state has filed a motion to revoke your community supervision. Mr. Woodard, do you want to proceed on this motion?
Judge, if we can possibly orally amend it to reflect that it's a motion to adjudicate guilt as opposed to a motion to terminate community supervision.
Right. If nobody objects, that's what we'll do.
And for the purpose of the record, Your Honor, the state will make an oral motion to amend the state's motion to a motion to enter an adjudication of guilt.
Okay. So Ms. De Leon, the state has made several allegations that you have failed to comply with the conditions of your deferred. Do you understand what the state is saying that you have failed to comply with?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, state, go ahead and read your violation.
And Your Honor, today the state is proceeding on violated condition number 5. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Esmeralda de Leon, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of November 2021 in violation of condition number 5.
Is that true or not true? Ms. De Leon,
True.
state?
It's true.
I know, state?
And Your Honor, the state is asking for the defendant's community supervision to be revoked. We're asking for an adjudication of guilt and that the defendant be given judgment satisfied.
How many days does she have in?
I believe 174, Judge. That's the number I got from Ms. Chavez this afternoon.
That is correct, Judge, 174.
What are we doing with the new number 1?
Judge, the new number 1 is out of Guadalupe County.
Okay. I just saw that. Is that what you want to do, Ms. De Leon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I do find that violation of condition number 5 is true. I will enter adjudication of guilt and find you guilty of the offense of assault causing bodily injury. That's a Class A misdemeanor. There is no fine in this case. It was originally probated and no other findings to be made. There's still a no contact order with Blanca Trinidad and Rafael Delgado. Ms. De Leon, I'm sorry, I'm going to sentence you to 174 days confinement in the Bexar County Jail. You get credit for the time you have been in custody. I do find the judgment is satisfied. Ms. De Leon, this is a plea bargain case because you agreed to the revocation of your case and the time to do. So I treat it as a plea bargain case. You do not have a right to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You're excused. You should have no other holds. You'll be released to Guadalupe County if they have a hold for you. Which I don't show any holds, by the way.
I think she's on bond, Judge, on the case in Guadalupe.
Yeah, she should be released outright. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge. Good luck, Esmeralda.
Bianca, did you get my email?
Are we ready on Laura Amaya?
State's ready, Judge.
Defense is ready, Judge.
Don't bother him.
Let's go on the record, please. Where's Miss Amaya? Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself. This is cause number 2019 CR 13366, the state of Texas versus Laura Amaya. Attorneys, please make your announcements for the record.
Gretchen Plater for the state.
Robert Barons for the defense.
Miss Amaya is appearing by video conference. Go ahead and tell me your full name, ma'am.
Laura Anamaya.
Ms. Amaya, you were placed on deferred adjudication on January 21st, 2020 for the state jail felony offense, possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than a gram. Since
Yes,
that
ma'am.
time, the state has filed a motion to enter adjudication of guilt and to revoke your community supervision. Go ahead and proceed on your violation, state.
On or about, I'm sorry, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Laura Ann Amaya did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed on November 8th and November 5th, 2021 in violation of condition number 5.
That's 2021. Is that true or not true?
True.
The state will abandon all of the other allegations in the motion.
Okay. What's the recommendation?
Judge, we ask that you revoke her probation and sentence her to 180 days, Bexar County Jail, 1244A, and ask that she be able to do that through the Bear Gives Back program.
Is that what you want to do, Ms. Amaya?
The program for 4 weeks.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Barons, is that what you want to do? Is that your agreement?
That's our agreement, Judge. That's what my client wants to do. I advised her she will have a felony conviction as a result right now and just wants to keep it going.
Okay. So you understand you'll have a final felony conviction, Ms. Amaya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I do find that violation of condition number 5 is true.
Yes, ma'am.
I will enter adjudication of guilt and find you guilty of the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than a gram. And I will sentence you to 180 days confinement in the Bexar County Jail pursuant to 1244 of the Penal Code. The imposition of the sentence will be suspended. You will instead be allowed to participate in the Bear Gives Back program. You would have to start this Saturday because the clock is running. So what happens, Ms. Amaya, is you meet with me on Zoom tomorrow at 8:45, and then you get instructions on what the assignment is for Saturday.
Yes, ma'am.
And that'll be for 4 Saturdays.
Okay.
This is a plea bargain case, Ms. Amaya. I followed your plea bargain agreement. You do not have the right to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I need you to go in a breakout room with probation so that she can give you instructions for tomorrow's Zoom meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Mhm.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good to see you, Bob.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Brabach, do I need to send you paperwork?
Yeah, is there any paperwork required?
I think they're altering, amending and withdrawing, Ashley.
And it should be the same for Alfredo Guzman as well.
I have Roman Gonzalez paperwork, so I will sign that and then he will be excused.
Judge, I think that Bianca made a mistake. There was supposed to be DDRF as a condition on the amended conditions. I think that it was left off. She was going to redo it.
Yeah, I don't see DDR.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wait for that then.
We overwhelmed her.
There's Frasier motion to withdraw.
That can be signed. That's a unsat term.
And that one's expired?
Yes.
Okay, so Frasier is excused. I signed the motion withdrawing and terminating unsat.
Thank you, Judge. Can I get I guess I can talk to the clerks by getting a copy of that sent to me then later.
Yes, you do.
And a judge on the Durham anti, we just finished the paperwork on that one as well, so it should be with the clerk shortly.
Okay, give me just a minute.
Judge, can you make Melinda a co-host?
On Monte, I don't have the discovery acknowledgement yet. That's the only thing I'm missing. So do you want to go in a breakout room, Derek?
I'm sorry, Judge, what was that?
Did you need to talk to me about Monte?
No, I was just letting you know, Judge, that the paperwork is finished on our end. It should be in the clerk's here in a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have the paperwork. I just don't have the discovery acknowledgement. So check your box.
No, I
on
did that already.
Yeah, I'm showing that it's with you, Judge. Let me try to resend it.
I got it, Anna. I
Okay.
just refreshed. I got it. Okay, as soon as he's sworn, we can go on the record.
Okay. And Judge, on Devin Johnson,
Uh-huh.
that's what I talked about yesterday. I mentioned to you briefly today as well. There's an agreed motion to change the no contact to no HOI.
I thought I signed that. Let me double check. What is his full name?
Devin Lewayne Johnson. I have a case number if you need it.
What's the case number?
It's on Night Mag 648736.
Okay, I'm gonna sign it. I got it.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm. And I also have, is Monte sworn in?
He is, Judge, yes.
What are we doing with Albert Flores's case? Wilbert Rivera, Mr. Flores, what are we doing?
Judge, I think they're going to alter and amend. I
Okay.
believe we're just waiting on paperwork from.
Like I said, I overwhelmed Bianca. Sorry.
It's coming.
So there's one slight problem with Mr. Rivera. He doesn't speak English and I don't speak Spanish. No Nintendo.
David, get over there and translate. You want to go home, David? Is that all the Spanish David knows? We're in some trouble if that's all the Spanish he knows.
I could do that, Judge, if you don't have anybody.
Yeah. Ay, David. Do you want his attorney to go in the breakout room with you? Okay, yep. If you want to do that, Mr. Flores, go in the breakout room with Bianca. He's not entering a plea. No. They're just altering and amending. I'm ready on Monte.
Lee, can I be excused on Jasmine Gonzalez since it's a withdrawal, continue, and alter and amend?
Not until she signs her documents and I sign off. Can you just hang tight real quick?
Okay.
Because if there's any issues, we need you here. Mr. Monte, it's a little loud where you are, so I'm gonna mute you until it's your turn to speak, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Unmute yourself. Bianca, were you gonna take his attorney in the breakout room? For Wilbur? The attorney for Wilbur was willing to help you with the Spanish stuff? Oh, okay. Well, you can't submit a voucher for that. You're not a court-appointed interpreter. Okay, so let's go on the record, please. This is cause number 2021 CR 7624, the state of Texas versus Deron Monte. Attorneys, please make your announcements for the record.
Anna Ochoa Nelson for the state.
Derek Evans for Mr. Monti.
Mr. Monte is appearing by video conference from the Bexar County Jail. Go ahead and tell me your name, sir.
My name is Darren. My name is Darren John Manti.
When will I find out about that NPR law? Okay, it's up.
Mr. Mentai, on the screen, I have the true bill of indictment that was filed in this case. It alleges the offense of assault, family, choking, strangulation. Do you understand the charge that you have this afternoon?
I understood the original charge, and that my understanding is right, that that it's a lesser misdemeanor now.
Sure, that's quite possibly true. I'm asking if you understand that that's what you were charged with.
I understand the charge, yeah.
Okay, is there a motion by the state on this case?
Yes, Judge. The state would like to proceed on the lesser offense of assault, bodily injury, family.
No objections, Judge.
That's a class A misdemeanor, Mr. Monte. It is punishable by confinement in the Bexar County Jail up to 1 year confinement and up to a $4,000 fine. Do you understand the range of punishment that applies to a class A misdemeanor?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
State, is this family household or?
Judge,
married cohab?
It should actually be dating relationship. So the married cohab. I believe I put family on the paperwork by mistake.
Okay, so assault, bodily injury, married cohabitating?
That's what it should be, Judge. Yes, the relationship is a dating one.
Okay. Mr. Monte, you have a right to a jury trial on this charge. You have the right to cross-examine the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent. Those are your constitutional rights. Do you understand those?
I do.
When you sign the document I have on the screen called the defendant's waivers, what you're telling me is that you're going to give up those rights. Is that what you intend to do today?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your electronic signature here at the bottom above the words Deron Monte?
It is.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
I am.
If you are not a citizen, I'm still required to tell you that a plea of guilty or no contest to this charge could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Mr. Monte, are you satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
I am.
Mr. Emmons, does your client have a rational and factual understanding of the proceedings against him?
Judge, in my opinion, he does.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any defenses?
He has.
And in your opinion, is he mentally competent to waive his rights and enter into a plea?
In my opinion, he is mentally competent at this time to enter a plea.
I will accept the waiver of rights and make it part of the record. Mr. Monte, I want to talk to you about this plea bargain that you made.
Mhm.
I just want to make sure this is the agreement that you understood you were making. It calls for the prosecution to proceed on the lesser included offense of assault causing bodily injury, married or cohabitating. $500 fine is probated. That means you will not be responsible for a fine. The state is recommending deferred adjudication for a period of 2 years. You have to take the batterer's intervention prevention program. We're going to do a mental health evaluation, follow the recommendations, and there's a no contact order with Elizabeth Casares. There's also an affirmative finding of family violence that's made by agreement. We're also going to do a TAP evaluation. Is that your understanding of the agreement that you made today?
It is.
Mr. Emmons, is that yours?
It is, Judge.
Ms. Nelson, is that yours?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your plea to the charge of assault causing bodily injury, married cohabitating? Is it guilty, not guilty, or no contest, Mr. Monte?
No contest, Your Honor.
Are you entering a plea of no contest because you have talked about this matter with your attorney and you believe that this is in your best interest?
Yes,
Are you doing this freely and voluntarily?
I am.
Has anyone forced you to enter a plea today
No, ma'am.
or offered you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, ma'am.
I will accept the plea of no contest. I do find the plea is voluntarily made, and I will ask the state to tender its proof.
State offers States Exhibit 1 with attachments.
No objections.
States 1 is admitted. Mr. Emmons, are you satisfied the state complied with Article 3914 in this case?
To the best of my knowledge, Judge, they have.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement and make it part of the record. Give me just a minute to review the exhibits.
Mr. Bettis, when Bianca's ready for you, she'll put you in a room.
Wonderful, thank you.
Mr. Hales, your attorney's running late. He'll be on in a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go back on the record. Mr. Emmons, I don't want to release him yet until I have a DDRF evaluation.
What evaluation, Judge?
The DDRF, the mental health.
Judge, I actually had him evaluated for competency already. Just to make the court aware of that. That's part of the reason why he's been in jail for so long.
And what was the result?
He was deemed to be competent. There are some underlying mental health issues, but he was deemed competent. That's why we're asking that he be supervised by the mental health unit.
The problem is that if I release him without the evaluation and he qualifies for residential treatment, it's going to be hard to get him back. And those evaluations probably wouldn't be done until June of this year because they have such a long line for people who are on probation. If I hold him in custody, he moves way up to the front of the line to March. So Based on the facts, I would prefer to have that done in March while he's in custody.
Jerron, did you also not take some mental health classes while you're in the jail?
I did. I took the ROARS program, and I've also spoke to them that when I'm released, if they have a 90-day outpatient program that I was going to be involved in called ROARS Plus. So I've made attempts already to address the mental health issues, and we'll have a future date shortly with the Center for Healthcare. So my mental health situation.
So can I just stop you right there? What is the mental health issue? Do you have a diagnosis?
Well, my understanding at this point is bipolar, schizoaffective.
And what medications are you taking right now?
Right now they have me on Lexapro, and they're helping me sleep with Vistaril. In the past, I've taken Risperdal, Depakote, Adderall.
Where are you going to live if you're released today?
I have an aunt that's out in the San Marcos area. I'm going to contact.
That's not going to work.
It's outside of the area.
San Marcos is a different county.
Okay.
And they don't have anywhere near the resources we have to provide treatment options for you.
Okay, so am I at liberty for Haven Hope or Sam's ministry?
This is what I'll do, Mr. Emmons. I can have him interviewed for a PR bond. So to see if he would qualify for services with the Haven for Hope, but on the inside, not, just to show up to Haven for Hope. Like they would actually place him on the inside. I can reset this just very briefly for a week or two to get that done. If they would accept him into that program, I could release him and wait for him to do the evaluation while he's free on bond. But he has to get accepted into those services because there is someone there that we have frequent contact with. He would be on the inside. He wouldn't be homeless, and he could still benefit from the mental health and substance abuse services that they offer there while he's waiting for the DDRF evaluation. So if he can get in there, I can release him under those terms.
And Judge, do you think that DVR evaluation will be done by next week? So we can be set?
No, the DDRF evaluation is late March.
Okay. But as far as
the PR bond, I can get that done by next week. Yes.
Awesome.
So we can come back next week then to try and finalize everything, hopefully?
Next week, we could bring him back on Thursday. Yeah.
Would that be in the afternoon, Judge?
I don't think we have an afternoon docket. It's just a morning docket.
Okay. I can try and make that work. I'm supposed to be in Guadalupe County that day. That's why I asked if I can do Friday or Wednesday as well.
We don't have docket Wednesday.
I'll make it work then. I'll just log in from Guadalupe County.
I can wait for you. I can definitely wait for you. I just don't think we have an afternoon docket on Thursday. So let me go back on the record and let's go back on the record, David. I do find the evidence is sufficient to substantiate your guilt. I'm not going to make any other findings at this time. I'm going to reset it for the DDRF evaluation. However, I'm also going to order a PR bond report. To see if you qualify, you have to tell the PR interviewer that you are interested in services with the Haven for Hope for mental health.
Yes, ma'am.
Ashley, if you could please order that evaluation. I just can't let you out, and we need some structure. If you're going to be released, we need some structure. We need some safety measures in place. So that's what we're going to do. Go ahead and go into a breakout room with probation for now, Mr. Monte, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. That's the 3rd.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Can I go to the breakout room as well?
Yes. I think I have someone else's paperwork. Yes, so I have Roman Gonzalez.
That's mine, Judge Jorge Canales.
Okay, Mr. Canales, I do have the conditions. He did sign them and they're for the DDRF program. So you're excused. You're both excused. I'll sign those and he will be evaluated for the program. Well, he'll be placed in line to go to the program. All right, thank you. Yes, Roman Gonzalez.
Cleo, do you need to confer with the state?
Yes, I do.
I also have
with me.
Wilbur Rivera's motion to withdraw. So he's going to ISF.
Yes, Your Honor.
Bianca, I hadn't sent him to ISF before. Uh-huh. I thought he had already done ISF. I sent him somewhere. I thought it was ISF.
Cleo, you just need to go to room 5.
For what reason? Yeah. Mr. Flores, your client has already completed the ISF program, so I'll send him again, but he needs to get his act together. I know exactly who he is. You need to talk to him. He really needs to make the most of it this time. No more
Judge,
chances.
we actually did have a discussion with him. Now, while we can't always take him at their word, it looks like, at least from what he told me, he's got a little bit of a different attitude. He understands where this has placed him. And I think he's willing to make a better effort this time, Judge.
Okay, well, he's going. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ashley, can you put Mr. Mante in the breakout room with probation? We get a
I'm
chance?
showing all of you are in room 16.
I think he's still in the main room.
16-1-6.
Mr. Hales, you need to go back to the breakout room. If you need help, ask one of the deputies.
Okay, so where are we on Jasmine Gonzalez? I still don't have paperwork, and then Adrian Bettis.
Your Honor, if I could announce on my case, Mr. Gutierrez and I have come to an agreement. We're going to try to do it by
I don't have my
order.
glasses or anything. No, I understand.
Hang on, Adrian. Okay, go ahead, Adrian, sorry.
We're going to withdraw the MTR, amend his conditions, and I'm just waiting for the paperwork to start for that, Your Honor.
Okay. Is it going to be withdrawn, or you're actually going to enter a plea?
No, Your Honor, it's going to be withdrawn, continue, add anger management, intensive outpatient, and a mental health evaluation.
What about Carter? That we're waiting on that.
Yeah, we're just waiting on the paperwork on Mr. Carter, Judge.
Okay.
These are ready.
Judge, did you want to talk to me while you're waiting for those things to finish up?
Yes, yes, yes. Go back to your room.
Deputy.
David,
Mr. Hales just needs to go back to room 16. If you click down at the bottom where it says breakout rooms.
Ashley, could you put Mr. Marshall or Mr. Hales in with Mr. Marshall?
I'll tolerate this PREA violation just once. Bring some extra chocolate.
Hey, Ashley, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
On my client, Mr. Carter, he does not have access to email. I mean, that's actually part of his probation. He's not supposed to have electronic media. So he needs to go in to sign the paperwork. Officer Gonzalez said she'll have it there ready for him tomorrow at 9 a.m. So we're just asking if it's okay for him to go in person and sign the paperwork tomorrow morning.
I think Judge can hear you, or she's in a breakout room. Let me see where she's at.
Yeah, I
She's in
think
a
she's in a
breakout room
breakout.
with Gretchen. When she comes back, we'll let her know.
And Ashley, I was going to ask you, I sent you a chat as well, but if you could put Mr. Hales and Mr. Marshall in the breakout room.
Daniel, can we go into a breakout?
Yes. Are you still assigned to room 5?
Let me see. Yeah, no, I'm in room 2,
Okay.
because I was visiting with my client.
Ashley, could you?
And you know what? You can go in there. Okay, I was gonna say you could.
I put him in 5, Cleo.
5,
or
okay.
Daniel.
Okay.
Okay, good.